And my notes ready. All right. We are live. And I just need this video to connect so we can get our link out to the community. If you are not in our community and you are a entrepreneur or a solopreneur who is on your road to your first six figures and struggling, our group is for you. There's no need for you to struggle alone. So join the group, shaycannon.info/group. Why is this not showing me our, it's not showing me the chat and it's not showing me the link. That's not fun. I tell you what, let's try to refresh and get there. Oh, you're not really acting right. So I'm gonna pull that link and hope that it works. All right, we are posted in the group. Okay, chat has come up. Thank you, YouTube. I thought y'all was gonna act up. Okay, welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. I'm your host, Shay Cannon. It all starts with the blog. The blog is located for this week at shaycannon.com/routine. That's ROUTINE. Because what we're talking about this week is essential small business routines for your day, your week, your month, and your year. All right. In running a small business, let me tell you how your success really depends on what are you doing routinely? Are you doing the right things? We have less money and less time than big corporations. So everything that we do counts even more. Okay. So if you want to know what you should be doing daily, catch part 1 on Monday's replay. If you want to know what you should be doing weekly, catch part 2 on yesterday's replay. But today we're going to go into what you should be doing monthly. Okay. What are your monthly moves? Let's start with the top 5. Okay. Your top 5 monthly moves should be number 1, financial health checkup. You should be looking at your P&L statements monthly. Okay. All month long when we're going from day to day, we're just kind of looking there to make sure there aren't charges that shouldn't be there on our daily. Weekly, we're kind of looking like, are we on track for our revenue goals? What is that looking like? But monthly, we definitely need to be looking at P&L statements. We definitely need to be looking at, did we make the monthly revenue goal? Okay. So that's your top 1. Top 2, number 2 is a strategy session. Okay. Once a month, you need to be reassessing your business's strategy to make sure you're making the right moves. Is the strategy that you put in place for the past month working? What needs to be tweaked about it? Okay. What needs to be changed? What needs to be added? Okay. Look at your strategy at least monthly. All right. Number 3 in our top 5 for your monthly moves is going to be tune up your tech. Okay. Look at your tech. And this is important for some of y'all because, again, y'all know I call y'all tech hoarders. Y'all go on AppSumo and you buy everything because it's lifetime, or you buy everything because you feel like it's a better deal than the name brand version that everybody is using. But I need you to at least once a month look at your tech. Okay. What is working? What is not working? Okay. What's better out there? And what are you not using? Stop being a tech hoarder. What are you not using? Okay. If you're not using it this month and you don't use it next month, get rid of that stuff. Okay. You're just paying for it off the thought that you will use it. But until you use it, you're just wasting money. Okay. For example, a lot of y'all bought some webinar tech because you thought it was a great idea to do webinars. But have you done a webinar yet? How many months has it been? All right. I'm going to stop stepping your toes. But look at your tech. All right. Number 4, I want you to look at your promotions, okay? I want you to look at your promo campaigns and your marketing campaigns, and do you need to tweak them, okay? Do you need to change it? Has something happened in the world? Has something happened with your avatar where you need to change it? Do you need to start planning for the next month, okay? Monthly, you need to look at your promotions because you should not be promoting without a plan, okay? You should have a plan in place. Are things going to plan? Okay. Do you need to tweak the plan? That type of thing. So look at your promotions monthly. Up level your skills. Okay. Now, whereas we talked about doing the actual up leveling at least weekly, you should be planning it monthly. Okay. What are you up leveling? What are you learning this month that's going to be great for your business? Okay. You need to figure out what day of the week you're going to be doing that on and what time slot and what exactly you're going to be doing. Let me tell you how the key to being efficient and productive is to know what you're going to do before you sit down. Okay. Do you know how often you squirrel out time just trying to figure out, once you sit down, trying to figure out what you're going to do? And then now there's less time left to do it. But if you plan these things ahead of time, then when you actually sit down in that time slot that you have assigned to do it, you can just get right to it, right? All right. So that's your top 5. All right. Now I'm going to add some more to it because that top 5 was in the blog, but y'all know you on the morning show, you get more, right? So I got about 10 more for you. Let me get into it for you. Let's see. Customer experience enhancements. I love that. Okay. Customer experience enhancements. We all have a client journey, right? But we're all also trying to stand out from the competition. So what are you doing to enhance your customer experience? Look at that monthly, right? You can go out in the world and see what other people are doing, and don't just stick to your industry. Go to other industries, right? Let me tell you the industry I love to look at for customer experience, the hospitality industry. It's not called hospitality for nothing, right? So what are they doing over there that we can kind of do in our service? They might be doing some physical stuff, but they also do service things, right? So what kind of things can we bring over into our business? I love some of the things that the travel agents do, right? The big time travel agents. I like some what the $1 million real estate agents do, right? So think along those lines, that what you can bring back. When it comes to like coaching, those welcome boxes and stuff that the coaching clients get for those high ticket coaching programs, that kind of stuff came from other industries, right? When you buy $1 million home, you get a gift, right? So start thinking about the other industries and what you can pull in. All right, competitive analysis. All right, let's assess what our competitors are doing and what we can pull into our promotions. Because remember, we're planning these promotions monthly. So that's a great time to, even if you've been looking at them weekly, to pull in what you got from week to week and what you got for the month. And now we're going to incorporate it into our promos. Okay. So competitive analysis. And you know what? In competitive analysis, I even want you to be checking pricing. Okay. Some of y'all are so underpriced. That's why you can't hit your revenue goals. So start checking the pricing. Heather. Okay, Heather. All right. Let me move on. All right. Your content strategy, right? Your content strategy. It's a great time to look at the content from other people. What has been going viral over the month? Okay. Well, how can you pull that into your content strategy? What has been getting a lot of attention? All right. Who in your network has been gaining a lot of attention and getting a lot of eyes on their content? Can you adapt that to what you do? All right. I have shout out to Monray, Marketing by Monray. She suggested a long time ago this tool called MetroCool. Okay. MetroCool. Let me put it. Let me see. MetroCool. There it is. And it's really like a scheduler. But even the free version, okay, you can use it to schedule. I don't use it to schedule because guess what? I done hooked up that Canva scheduler now, and I can rock and roll with Canva. And so I don't need it to pay for another scheduler. But MetroCool has this feature where it's pulling in all of your analytics from all of your socials. And it'll even pull in analytics from your website if it's WordPress, right? But it also has this feature where, like on Instagram and on Facebook, you can put in some competitors or some gurus or some influencers, and it's going to give you their numbers. What did they talk about this week that went viral or that got a lot of attention? I set that up yesterday, and let me tell you, it's about to be right on time for this content strategy that I'm using. So look at your content strategy monthly so that you can freshen up your content plan, okay? Digital security check. You need to be looking at what is your security looking like, okay? Everything is requiring you to have a two-factor authentication now. Did you know that you can sign up for, I think it's Google's authenticator? Right? So instead of it going to your phone and you have a team, or instead of it going to your phone and you have service providers and you always have to be interrupted because it's not just you on your platforms anymore, you can use that Google Authenticator and it can cycle around codes to give instead of it coming to your phone. You can say, hey, I need you to go ahead and log in. Let me give you this code, right? I love Google Authenticator because some of them won't allow you to do a email address. It makes you do the phone. What if my phone is dead? What if I'm not by my phone? I don't like it going to my phone. So I use Google Authenticator. It doesn't cost any money, by the way. I know if you have G Suite as your professional email, then you can what was I gonna say? Get that authenticated for free. I don't know if it's free if you have like a regular Gmail. Inventory optimization monthly. Remember, weekly you should have been doing inventory management. But what does that management look like? What is selling better than other things, right? Especially if you have product-based business, what things might even be expiring that you need to get rid of, right? Do we need to have a flash sale, right? If you have a service, you have more than one offer, which offer is selling better than the others? How is your main offer faring? How is your downsell faring? How is your upsell faring? DeLaFera said, ouch. Yeah, y'all product-based businesses, listen, those expiration dates ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? All we know is we still got thousands in inventory. We don't realize we've had thousands in inventory for a while, right? Or even, let me tell y'all this. Sometimes when you get them from the manufacturer, even though you've had them for a little while, the manufacturer has had them on the shelf for a long time, and you still don't have that much shelf life. So look at your expiration dates of your products, okay? You need to plan your if you have a team, you need to plan their training and development, not just your own, right? So if you have a team, even if it's one VA, how are we going to upscale and upskill that VA? There should be a training and development plan. So we need to figure out what that is monthly so you can execute it week by week. All right. Let's see what we're going to talk about next. Market research. We love doing market research, but we kind of talked about that. Now, I've given y'all a bunch, almost 15 things you should be doing monthly. So out of the top 5 and the additional ones, I would love to know what you're going to implement for your monthly. Dr. LaFera, let's start with you. What is at least 1 or 2 things you're going to implement to your monthly routine?
Okay. Well, I do the competitor analysis a lot right now. That's also another reason I'm not posting a lot right now, because I'm looking at what everybody else is doing that's doing it well. So I can start, doing my strategy very similar to how they do theirs, as far as like the type of videos and like if it's ASMR or if it's a lot of talking. So I'm going to try both and like compare them. I know the ASMR will do better.
Yeah.
But I still need to talk because I still need to see me and my baby. And then I'll look at the tech. I have Kartra and Klaviyo. But I know I also have access to Catalyst, right? Well, to Go High Level right now. So I got to figure out and I hear it's easier to implement than it used to be, like 5 years ago when I found out about it. But I'm thinking about that.
Okay, I love it. Now we do know now your store is a Shopify store, and we do know that Klaviyo plays well with Shopify more than anything else. So don't forget that part of it. Because sometimes we have to use best in class over all in ones, y'all. So just remember that. But Go High Level does so many other things that even if you didn't use it for your email marketing, it would not be a loss on that investment. So yeah, look at that and check it out. Dr. LaFera, you also asked me, does Canva do the analysis of competitors too? I don't think so. I didn't see where that was a thing. But if you check in there and you see that it does, let us know. But I don't think that it does. All right. Dr. Toya, what is 1 or 2 things you're going to implement for your monthly routine?
I definitely need to do the profit and loss analysis. Just this month, I literally saw a charge for a service that hit my account. I was like, wait, what is this? How long have I been paying for this? So the other thing is going back and just looking at all of those services and subscriptions that I've signed up for.
Exactly.
And making sure that I'm not paying for ones that I no longer need.
Boom. Love it. Thank you, Dr. Toya. All right, Heather. And let me, Kimberly jumped off out the studio and she's on YouTube. So Kimberly, I see you put yours in there. Thank you. Anybody else listening on YouTube? Let us know in the comments on YouTube, what are 1 or 2 monthly routines you're going to start implementing. Heather.
So I need to do the financial health check, promotion prep. And I feel like the skill up level thing is I see things and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. And so then I sign up for it and then I don't do it. Like I forget that, it's a 3-day challenge or a whatever workshop, right? I'm like, oh, damn it. So I have to really kind of do that. But also, I think I really need to I have to revisit rather the content strategy, because for anybody out there watching this, Shay has 2 workshops in particular for content that are really, really good. So 90-day content strategy, which is kind of like to prime the pump and then promote a specific offer. And then her organic marketing workshop, which you get this, all these, which stay by my computer. I wasn't lying. They're right here. You get a full, like I don't even know how many damn pages that is of ideas on how to organically market your business. So she's offering them for replay. You should get them anyway. But also I think I don't know. I really feel like the top 5 that you named are the ones that are like the ones that hit me the hardest. And those are the ones I really need to focus on. Those 10 extra ones feel like nice, but the top 5 feel like gotta do,
Yeah. And that's pretty much how I designed it, right? So in the blog, I'm going to give you the top 5 that you definitely need to be doing. And then on the morning show, I wanted to give you like more stuff, right? So if you want to get those workshop replays, you can go to shaycannon.com/workshops. That's what those are available. And yeah, those are the gift that keep on giving, those workshops. Let me tell you. Cool beans. Now, let's go back through our list and let's talk about what the obstacles are to those things, right? Implementing those things and a solution. All right. So starting with our top 5, the obstacle to you doing your P&L statement and your financial health check is inaccuracy of financial data due to poor record keeping, right? That's always going to be a thing with those finances, right? Even if we're looking at stuff, because, some of us, we look at our money daily, but we're not writing nothing down, right? So there's no record of what we saw daily. There's no record of what we saw weekly, right? We just trying to keep it in our head. And as Heather says, time and time again, your head is not a file cabinet, right? Your brain is not a file cabinet. So the solution is to implement accounting software, or you can even get a VA and train that VA how to keep your records, or train the VA how to pull from the software to give you a report, okay? All of this stuff don't have to be you doing it. If you're willing to have a team member to do it, then the team member can give you a report, okay? But we need to be checking this stuff, and especially monthly, what we're particularly checking for is profit and loss and revenue for the month, okay? We need to know, okay, how much money did we bring in? How many total expenses did we pay? And what profit was left over every month, okay? Profit is what we're looking at in a month, because when we're looking daily and we're looking weekly, we're just looking at how much money came in and how much money went out, right? But there's a distinct difference between profit and revenue. Let me tell you, I need y'all to know that people who don't look at their P&L, really a consequence of that is you have some 6-figure and 7-figure businesses that bring in that much in revenue, but the amount that they get to take home is significantly less. And some of that is because they're not keeping up with this profit and loss. You need to do that, okay? Because even when you're bringing in big time revenue, you need to be looking at the expenses, because those expenses are going to be what determine how much you actually get to keep, all right? So don't forget that. All right, your strategy session monthly. The obstacle is difficulty in adapting strategies based on market changes or internal business performance. So a solution to that is planning methods that allow for flexible strategy adjustments, okay? Regularly consulting with industry experts and use real-time data for decision-making, right? I was able to I keep my pulse on what's going on with small business, right? So I was able to understand about how the recession was affecting people because I kept my ear to the ground, right? And so keeping my ear to the ground has allowed me to do things like within my offer ladder, offer another mini offer ladder, especially for solopreneurs who don't have enough money to invest in their next level. right? But if I didn't have my ear to the ground, I wouldn't know how to be agile and add that in there, right? Dr. Toya said one of the easiest ways to increase revenue is to decrease expenses. That's where I am right now. Exactly, Dr. Toya. All right. Tech tune-up. The obstacle is resistance to change. Okay. If you have a team, what you know about teams is once they own one tech, they don't like to change. They don't want to learn nothing else, right? They don't want the learning curve. They don't want to do nothing else. They don't want to incorporate it into the into the routine. Or it could be lack of technical experience. What is the learning curve to some new tech, right? I'm gonna tell you, as I'm getting older, I'm recognizing some things. Okay. I remember growing up and trying to explain to my grandmother, but if you use this thing, it'll be easier. It won't take you as long. It's this, is that, right? Even, let me tell y'all how I'm just like my grandmother now. Don't tell me nothing new. If I'm old now, so it's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? So now I understand sayings like that. I'm even the type of person that, like, when I used to drive, I haven't driven in over 4 years because I lived the life now. I don't drive. But anyway, when I did, people would tell me, oh, the quickest way to get there would be this way. Well, guess what? If that included some freeway on there and I don't want to be bothered with traffic on the freeway, I will take the long way. I don't want to deal with your new directions and I might forget a turn. That stress I ain't got to deal with. That's how I know I'm getting older, y'all. These 50s, let me tell you, they something else. All right, promotion prep. The obstacle to it is creating effective promotions without clear data. Okay. What are the KPIs of your marketing and promotional campaigns? Right? Because if you don't know what the key performance indicators are, how do you know how it performed? So, of course, that's the solution. You need to have detailed analytics to back up the performance of your marketing efforts. But let me tell you where you really need to start is you need to assign your marketing efforts an actual success goal. What does success look like so that you know what to measure? Every marketing campaign is not about making money. Some of them are about getting more followers. Some of them are about engaging and warming up the followers that you have. What is the goal of what you're doing? Okay. Of course, with promotional stuff, some of that is sales. It's going to be the revenue numbers, right? But some of that has to do with why are you selling something? Some of us maybe we might sell a webinar or a small training, right? Because we're going to upsell something else at the end. So that's two numbers you need to be looking at, right? Again, yesterday we talked about your conversion rate. So one of the numbers you might need to look at is the number in attendance. Okay. How many people signed up versus how many people actually showed up? Because based on the people showed up, that's where your conversion rate kicks in. Right? So if you need more sales, you need to get more people to show up. So that is a KPI for that promotion. All right. So check that out. Okay. Upskill, the obstacle, finding time. Okay. And resources for training amidst a busy schedule. The solution, prioritize development as a core business strategy. So you schedule your training and during your less busy periods and explore online learning options for flexibility. Let me tell you how. Because I have a Sunday professional development time slot, like Heather said earlier, right? I don't really do these multi-day challenges and stuff anymore, but I will do a training session, a summit or something like that. So what I can easily do is even if I cannot show up live, I can fit the replay into my Sunday development time, right? So when you are intentional, you get it done. So the answer to all of this is about being more intentional. Right? So do that. Let me tell you how some of y'all are not using your time well. There are times when you are places or doing things that don't need your full attention that you can be getting in some of these replays or that viral podcast that gave all those good tips or whatever. Okay. A lot of y'all are soccer moms. Your kids got, sports and all other kind of talents that you have to take them to practice while you're sitting there and waiting. What replay could you be listening to, right? So some of y'all go places and you're waiting in the car. What could you be listening to, right? Some of y'all are doing some work. You could be playing a replay and just have a notebook beside you, right? If the work that you're doing is a no-brainer or the meeting that you're in, it don't even mean nothing to you. Hey, let's play that replay, get a notebook, and so we can write our good notes on it. Okay, so I'm not telling you to multitask. That's important. I'm telling you, while you're doing stuff that don't need your full attention, put the replays on or put the training on. Okay, take your notes and learn. Heather said while you're cleaning. Yeah, but again, have that notebook ready so you can run over to it and jot down that little nugget. Okay, nugget. All right. Kim says, I pay for too many subscriptions. Definitely a financial check. Yeah, please do that, Kim. Please do that. All right, let's go back over here. So getting into some of the additional things, your customer experience enhancement, the obstacle, identifying specific areas for improvement. Okay, the solution, implement regular customer service and customer satisfaction surveys, get feedback, right? So in addition to you looking at what other industries are doing, ask your people, right? Ask your people. And I'm gonna tell you, sometimes the questions you should be asking are the questions you're afraid to ask. But one of the questions that you can ask is, at the time that you decided to go with our service and you were, considering other services, what did you like about their service that we don't offer? Don't be scared to ask the hard questions, right? Because now, not only what helped them to decide to go with you, now you can incorporate some stuff that they considered valuable that you don't offer, right? Ask the hard questions, y'all. All right, content strategy review. Obstacle, producing consistently high quality content. That is an obstacle. But let me tell y'all how y'all need to stop waiting until you think it's high quality to actually publish it. I need y'all to publish all the content and then look and see what works. Okay. The solution, plan content well in advance, utilize a content calendar, and consider outsourcing to specialized content creators when needed. Let me tell you how. Having a strategy for your content is going to be better than just putting stuff up, but just putting stuff up and actually having something out there to get data on is better than not publishing anything. Okay. I don't want you to be afraid to try stuff. Your stuff does not have to be perfect to publish. Did you catch that? It does not have to be perfect to publish. In fact, the best content out there, the best video is the one that looks like you just held your phone up. Those are the best videos. The ones that are well produced, we act like we ain't got time for those for real, right? Those are the ones we saving for Sunday for development. But the ones that feel more casual, those are the ones we kind of consume on a daily basis. You can do casual content too, right? I love Dr. LaFera's content. I love Dr. Toya's content. I'm enjoying her shorts on YouTube, right? Heather has come out of that shell, y'all, and she comes and she does video. Let me tell you, do more, do more, do more, okay? I love it. I love it. All right, let's see. Digital checks. Obstacle, keeping up with rapidly evolving security threats. The solution, regular updates to security software protocols. Let me tell y'all how sometimes just monthly do a good old Google search, okay? Top security risks for small businesses. All kind of articles are gonna pop up, and it's gonna be stuff you didn't even think of. You're like, yeah, I need to do that, right? At one point, Dr. LaFera told us, and somebody else told us, they were having problems with Facebook. Guess what we all went and did? We all went and ran and put that two-factor authentication on our Facebooks, right? So sometimes just talking to your fellow entrepreneurs in your network, hey, what kind of security issues have you been having? Easy way to keep up with it, all right? Inventory optimization, obstacle, predicting the right level of stock based on fluctuating demand, okay? Now, for us service-based businesses, our stock is actually our time, right? So actually, I'm going to say planning our capacity across offers would be our inventory optimization, okay? Solution, implement advanced inventory management software that uses predictive analytics. For us, we need to stop looking at these offers by themselves. It's kind of like our one calendar system that we talked about yesterday, okay? You need to have specific time slots assigned to specific offers. I know exactly when I have discovery calls. I have placeholders for that, right? I know exactly when I do strategy sessions. I have placeholders for that. I know exactly when I'm doing coaching programs. I have placeholders for that. I know exactly when I'm meeting with my COO clients. I have placeholders for that, right? So use these placeholders. Where's my calendar? Let's get this. Let's see if we can show y'all. Because you know what? It'll be better if I can show it. I'm going to show y'all not the version on my iPad. I'm going to show y'all the PDF version that I put on my iPad so that y'all can see how this template week works so that y'all can quit playing, especially y'all that's in the and I just updated it because Heather don't have her morning writing room anymore, so I had to take that off of my schedule. But here we go. Let's make sure it's showing the right thing, because y'all know I'll show my little boyfriend on my background in a minute. Okay, it's showing the right thing. Okay, this is my default week, right? So I know that these are when I have discovery calls. These are when I have strategy sessions as a part of my availability within my scheduling system, right? I know that I have my retainer clients here. I know that I have time slots for coaching, right? And I even now have the content that I expect to be doing, right? I have all of that on here now. So what do y'all, look at this, Sunday, spiritual development, professional development. I do that on Sundays. So what does your default week look like? I'm gonna leave it up there for another minute. Do you need to take a screenshot, right? All righty. All I'm gonna say is, when you are intentional, all the stuff that you have to do, you'll fit it in there. I promise you, you will. You'll get it in there. You just have to be intentional, all right? So employee training and development. Those of y'all with teams or a team member, you should have monthly something to upskill your person, right? Now, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you have somebody that you're in the US and you have somebody on your team that is in the US and they are not an employee, you are not responsible for their training and development, okay? But you can tell them to on their own, go learn something. You know what I'm saying? So if they are a contractor, tell them this is something you would like them to come back with more skills in and let them do it, okay? You do not want to have a contractor and deemed having an employee because you train and develop them, all right? That'll get you in a whole bunch of trouble with the labor people. So sustainable practices, networking, community, website, digital infrastructure, market research, all of that stuff can be done monthly. All you have to do is be intentional, y'all. Okay. So I want y'all to be intentional with it. Does anybody have any questions or anything you want to add? Again, I'm not the only genius in the room. Do you have any tips or any questions for your monthly routine? Or anything about yesterday when we talked about weekly, or anything from Monday when we talked about daily routines? And YouTube, you guys can feel free to put it in the YouTube comments. I'm monitoring the comments over there. So does anybody want to come off the mic and ask Heather, what you got?
Oh, the only thing I would say is, so I've been using Shay's one calendar system now for a couple of years. That doesn't mean I don't have other calendars. It's just they all feed into one.
Yes.
And so I can see everything on that one calendar. And then, but I also, because the science is there that when you write things down with a pen and paper, you retain the information longer and it triggers something in your brain, right?
Yes.
So I also have to write down every day on my like I have a, oh shit, oh, I almost fell off the chair. Okay, here. This is the planner, right? It was $8 at Aldi, y'all. $8. But it has like whole days, right? Where you can write everything down. And so between the one calendar system, but then this also, which is part of why I'm so like not keeping up with shit the last couple of weeks, is because I haven't been using it.
Exactly.
But with fidelity. So write things down.
Love it. Thank you, Heather. All right. Does anybody else have a question or anything they want to add on monthly, weekly, or daily routines for your business success? Because let me tell you how your success is definitely going to be in what are you doing all the time? Okay. All right. Looks like everybody is great. So with that, I'm going to remind y'all we're coming back tomorrow with our annual routines that we should have. So that's what we're talking about tomorrow. But don't forget to go in our community, shaycannon.info/group. If you're not a part of our community, join us. But those of you already in the community, I need y'all to go vote on the movie for movie club next week. So make sure that you're doing that. And I think I forgot to do something this week for y'all. So I'll probably do it next week. And that is your free training for the month. I think I forgot about it. It was supposed to be this week. So we'll be doing that next week. All right. Let's see what's going on over here on YouTube. Kimberly said that's kind of what I need. You need that planner. Yeah, the first thing you need, Kimberly, is to go to your training and look in there, because even the default week document that I showed you is in there, Kimberly. So yeah, again, if you need help with your time management and productivity, shaycannon.com/membership. If you want to go and get those workshop replays, shaycannon.com/workshops. All right, guys, have a great day. The studio is closing in 5